popping in. Grant, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great pleasure.
Grant, I want to take you back a few weeks ago. You really bursted onto the scene against an East Canton team where you scored 4 touchdowns in that first half. In that ball game, you got a lot of media attention. What was working for you? Just getting the ball in your hands early, and you were doing some serious work. So what was that connection like in that first half?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was our line did a great job, and our quarterback Luke threw it where it's supposed to be, and just to that point, it's just catching the ball and just making a play. And our receivers really blocked downfield for sure, and that's the only reason I scored is downfield blocking, and then our line blocking, and then great throws.
You know, you've been a player that we've seen in multiple positions. You've been under center sometimes. You've been in the wideout. You've been in the slot. Where are you most comfortable, and where's the spot that you kind of figure is your best to shine the brightest?
Definitely, I mean, slot or wideout, either or, just playing wide receiver for sure.
You've been a part of this program that's only had like one losing season in the past 6 years where you guys constantly are winners. So what's it like in the off season to prepare for another winning season? I know there's, you know, a great group of guys that you guys have this season. So what it's like being an Eagle, knowing that, hey, there's a lot of pressure on us getting to that winning season again.
Yeah. It's stress men in the weight room, honestly. Our coaches, they push us hard. Like, I mean, real hard in the weight room. That's like the main thing we do is lift, and then we run a lot, and obviously we stay after and throw, but it's just the standards here, and you're either meeting the standard or you're going above the standard. You can't go below the standard on our team. It's not accepted by any of the coaches or any of the players.
You've been someone that has always kind of met that standard throughout your career. How do you keep raising the bar for yourself? And what was the bar for yourself this year? What were some goals that you set that you wanted to meet going into your senior season?
I just, you know, set goals, like you said, to break the all-time career receiving yards and receiving like receptions. Those are my 2 main goals for sure this year. And then obviously win a league title and then get our first playoff win in school history.
Talk about winning a league title. You got to get through a team on Saturday against Valley Christian, which should be a great matchup. 2 teams that are undefeated. How excited is this team to play on Saturday night against Valley?
Oh, it's crazy. The atmosphere is already crazy, and it's the beginning of the week. We'll be ready by game time for sure.
I don't think you can get much crazier than what happened last week. You know, as a teammate, just take us through what it felt like to go through that game. Crestview was going back and forth, but it was a last-second heroic touchdown that got you guys the win in Crestview. What was that atmosphere like for you, and what was it like to come out of that with the win? How much energy did that give this team?
It gave us a lot of energy, man. We were getting our butts handed to us, honestly. And then going into halftime, you know, our coaches were like, you know, adjustments. And then obviously they got on us, and we just came out and we dug deep. And, you know, we started making plays little by little, caught back up. And then, like you said, that last catch that Luke threw to Brock, it was crazy because we ran a bubble and go. I ran a bubble, and my friend Hayden, he ran a post, and then Brock ran a fade. And Luke threw it up, and Brock went up and got it, and I was just standing there like, oh my goodness, that just happened. It was like surreal. It was like that just like happened. That's something you see on Madden. You just throw up like an aggressive catch, and then he's mossed as a kid.
Was the fade the first read, or did he have to kind of go through his progressions and throw that?
Oh yeah, it was the first read because I mean we run bubbles in our offense, and so he faked the bubble to me, and then like I said, he ran a post and he ran a fade. And then it was picking on that high safety and in that corner. And Luke liked the matchup with Brock, and the corner was on him, and he just threw it up, and he knew Brock would make a play. We all knew it. And then he went up and did it.
This team has the ability to be one of the best teams that has ever come through United. Already 3-0. If you guys can get past Valley, pretty favorable schedule the rest of the way. Is that something you guys think about on a daily basis? And is that something you try and improve to everybody else?
Yeah, for sure. Our coaches even tell us that, and our coaches have been around a long time in the program. But yeah, we obviously got to get through this game for sure. And then, you know, we don't look anybody down though, for sure. We don't just like go easy or, you know, be like, oh, we can beat them, or it's pedal to the metal all the way through the season.
Here's something that I'm interested in, because you said at halftime adjustments were made in that game against Crestview. One of the trademarks of being able to do that is just believing in everyone as a team and being a tight-knit unit to be able to trust everyone that's going to go and do their job, not panic when you're getting beat in halftime. What makes this team so tight-knit, and what makes the chemistry so strong for the Eagles football team?
Yeah. Well, we've all honestly been winning since 6th grade. Like that's when we kind of all got together and started playing. Played Little Eagles, went to junior high, had a great season to junior high. And then most of us all played varsity. Some of us started varsity as freshmen, and then we've started freshman, sophomore, junior year, and then senior year. It's like by the time you're a senior, it's like all the workouts, lifting, running, all the practices, 2 days, everything. By the time you're a senior, it's like you just go out and you just do it. Like it's something. It just happens. Honestly, it's like all that work and stuff. It's bound to happen.
I got a wide receiver question for you. So you could beat guys both, on the ground and into the air. I mean, when you get a bubble screen and you take it 61 yards to the house, would you rather take a bubble screen 61 yards or run a streak down the field, beat that defender over the top for a 61-yard touchdown? Which one would you prefer?
Bubble screen. Because you're catching that thing, you got to make everybody miss. Because I guess it's a streak, you just got to usually a DB trailing you catch it and run. But a bubble screen, you got defensive backs, safeties, and outside linebackers wanting to kill you. So you got to make everybody miss, and you just got to run.
You've made a lot of catches. You're going for some records. What do you think is the biggest catch you've made as an Eagle so far?
Oh, biggest catch. That's a good question.
Or maybe one you look back on and say, like, I can't believe I made that catch, or that catch was unreal, or it gave you confidence to keep making catches.
Yeah, it'd probably take it back to sophomore year when we had Brutus and Keaton. We played Kansas Central Catholic in the playoffs, and it was a closer game. I mean, we ended up losing, but we literally ran a bubble and go that game too. But I didn't run the bubble. I ran the fade route, and somebody else, I think Nick Hardgrove, ran the post. And I had the Kansas Central Catholic DB. He was a fast kid. Had him beat, and then Brutus just chucked up the ball. And then I caught it over the head. Like it's hard to explain, but I caught it over the head, and then fell and then caught it for the touchdown. But that's probably the most memorable one I remember off the top of my head for sure.
Very tough loss last year to Brookfield in that playoff matchup. What kind of spark has that added to this team this year, knowing that, hey, we've got a group of guys that have been playing varsity football for the last 4 years. It's kind of our time to shine. What momentum has that brought to this locker room?
A lot of drive and a lot of peed-off football players, honestly. Last year, 2 games that haunted us both was the East Canton game and then the Brookfield game for sure, because those were our 2 losses. But those, fueling us, in the weight room all winter, all spring, all of our sprints, all of our practices was, based around, you guys lost to these 2 teams. Like, what are you guys going to do about it? Like, you're going to go out and practice better than and play better than, how we played in those games. And it's just a lot of drive, and, we just want to get it done, and we want to be better than what we were.
You got to give us a little peek behind the curtain into this wide receivers room. There's a trio of senior wide receivers right now. What's the dynamic like? What's your relationship with those guys like, and how much has it grown over the years?
Yeah, it all started, man, back when we were little, playing flag football before our parents, let us put on pads. We played at the Salem Community Center, and then obviously recess ball all the way through elementary. And then, like I said, we all started playing in 6th grade. And we've always had a bunch of athletes in my grade that could catch the ball and run great routes. And then we've always, we've had people that, can throw, but it's been, like you guys know, the quarterback juggle, who's going to play quarterback and stuff. And then Luke stepped up great. But our receiving core is just, we've all been best friends. We're all best friends at practice. It's a great time. We're competitive. We get after it. We got a great wide receiver coach, and Coach Rask. He's always pushing us. But yeah, we're honestly, it's just the bond. It's just like outside of football too. It's like we're all best friends, and we all want to see each other succeed. We're all blocking downfield. We're all, running our routes right so people can get open, and we want to share the love around the field for sure with everybody.
Graham, when we always preview your guys' matchups every single week, you're one of the guys that, is the prototype to win the ball game, right? I mean, who can stop Grant Knight? Who can stop Grant Knight on this night? And, what does that kind of mean to you, knowing that you're getting a lot of the attention now because deservingly so, you played so well to start the season?
It's just honestly – actually, repeat that question one more time. I got to think about that.
Basically, what's it mean that, you're one of the go-to guys now? You got all the popularity, and, You know, you're one of the best players on this football team.
Yeah. Honestly, just keep your head down and just keep grinding. Like, I can't be satisfied like at all until, you know, the season's done and we make a great playoff run. I'm just not satisfied with what I've done so far. And, you know, I got records to beat and we got teams to beat and, you know, we got a lot of winning left to do for sure.
To add to that, is it pressure or is it excitement when you know that other teams at Scout United circle you a couple of times and say, we can't let 10 beat us?
It's a little bit of both, you know. I mean, I get excited because, you know, you're like being a little kid, you're like, oh, I want to be, you know, that receiver that everybody wants to shut down and, you know, be that guy that's making all the catches, touchdowns and stuff. But, you know, you grow up and you're in it and you're like, I'm getting double covered. This kind of sucks. Like, you know, you gotta figure it out and, you know, get it done.
But I bet when you are, you look over at your other seniors and like, okay, boys, it's your turn because they're putting so much attention on me. It's got to be a good dynamic to have.
Yeah, that's what you know, with that question earlier about how close we are. You know, we're always trying to get each other open. And Coach Joe does a great job of, you know, motioning everybody. You know, we'll be in bunch, stack, trips. We'll run 2x2. We'll just do a bunch of that stuff, you know, get each other open. And, you know, like you said, if I'm double covered, somebody's going to be open either way. So then somebody else has to step up and make them play, and that's what everybody's been doing so far.
This is your busy season, busy with school, busy with football every day. It's a grind. But when you get home from practice after a long day, what are some of the things you like to do to kind of relax and, you know, sit back and maybe enjoy?
So, I mean, after practice, always ice my ankles, and then I sit in an ice bath. And then, you know, I get home, obviously take a shower. Mom always makes dinner. So I'm eating. And then, you know, it's the beginning of school, so it's not too much homework, but like if I have anything, you know, get it done. Or, you know, sometimes I procrastinate, obviously. And then, you know, me and the guys actually been playing Minecraft together. We've been playing a lot of video games, you know, just, you know, resting our bodies and just chilling out. But if, you know, any of that, or, you know, if I got to go outside and work, or, you know, just do whatever, hang out with the guys, just chill.
Got a question from Chris Sigler in the comments, and he wants to know what goes through your mind after the reception when you have to make, you know, a catch and run on those bubble screens that you like so much.
What goes through my mind? Obviously, first thing, probably pick up the first down. You know, keep the drive alive for sure. And then after you pick up the first down, it's like off to the races. It's just like you gotta figure out, you know, where you're cutting, who you trying to outrun, who you trying to stay away from, and just, you know, just obviously try to score for sure.
You said your mom's the cook. What's your favorite dish that your mom cooks?
Oh, favorite dish. She makes some mean homemade pizza.
There you go. You have another athlete in the family as well, as, you know, your sister's just a year behind you, killing it on the basketball, the volleyball court. What's it like having another athlete in the house? How competitive do you guys get with each other? And what's that dynamic like?
Yeah, man, she's I always tell everybody she's the best athlete in the family. She's just naturally she's a stud, man. She's great at volleyball, she's great at basketball. And, you know, I'm always talking trash, like, you know, like even like just all the time, you know, just being an annoying brother. I'll come home from practice and she'll be home, open her door, you know, flip on the lights, flip on her fan, and knock something over and then walk out, like, just to make her just to make her mad, you know. Or I'll just like we'll always talk basketball, talk about games. We always outside playing one-on-one, you know, playing cow. This is like our whole lives we've been close and just growing up, and, you know, we've always been competitive. And, you know, just pushing each other for sure.
Who wins those one-on-one matchups, you or her?
Oh, she'll tell you her, but it's definitely me. Because, like, what I like to do is, you know, put the hoop on like 9 or something, just throw it off the backboard and just dunk on her, or, you know. But no, she gets me. She gets me in cow all the time. She's a better shooter. She can shoot. It's just, you know, when the rim's on 9, I can jump a lot easier than on 10. But
What are some stuff that she does to get you back when you go into a room and, you know, like you said, flip on the lights and knock something down?
Yeah,
there's gotta be a retaliation. What's the one thing that she does that maybe gets you going?
Well, this was a story actually last year. I think it was like around Christmas time. It was Christmas break. I did it the one time, and then, you know, went in my room and I was playing like Madden or something because I just got the new Madden, and just chilling because it's Christmas break, basketball season. And she walks in my room. She's got a taser. She has like a little, just like a little handheld taser, and I'm just like, there's no way I'm about to get tased. And she started chasing me with the taser like around my room. I mean, she didn't shock me or nothing.
Right,
But it was just like a little, yeah. She was just like, just knock it off, and I was just like, okay. I mean, I didn't stop. Like, yeah, I was like, yeah, like chill out. But yeah.
That's great. Grant, before we let you go, I want to give you the chance to thank your support system, all the people that are there for you and have been there for you throughout your career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you guys for sure. We got a great community out of United for sure. Great following, no matter where we go. I feel like at away games, most of the time we have more people on our sidelines than the home crowd does, and this is great. And I love them all for sure, and love the support.
Grant, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Good luck the rest of the season. We look forward to our continued coverage and also talking to you again real soon.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me out.